Good morning, good evening, wherever you find yourself. We're going to dive straight in with a song. I was going to choose a different song every day, and maybe we'll still get to different songs, but there is something about this song, Heart of Gold, from my husband, Eric, that really does connect to the stillness and the sweetness that is the gold that I believe in a sacred morning practice. So we're just going to take a few minutes to relax, to get a pen and paper if you need, grab some water. I will start sharing a little in a few minutes, but let's start with this song. Love you all. Great to see you.
At times I feel like running. At times I feel like hiding low. Oh, I just wanna feel something that makes me feel at home. Down in the depths, when I've got nothing left, hear a voice calling out in my soul. This heart of gold is who you are. This loving soul that's come so far. Through highs and lows and battle scars, you found me walking through the dark. Oh, oh, this heart of gold. Oh, oh, this heart of gold. Now you know that you're this heart of gold. You're this heart of gold. At times I feel like dying, 'cause I don't wanna feel at all. These rivers run down my eyelids and fall. Pain is a way that you reach out to me when I can't hear the voice of my soul. This heart of gold is who you are. This loving soul that's come so far. Through highs and lows and battle scars, you found me walking through the dark. Oh, oh, this heart of gold. Oh, oh, this heart of gold. Now you know that you're this heart of gold. You're this heart of gold. Oh, oh, oh. You're this heart of gold. Yeah, you're this heart of gold.
Mm. So we're here to play together for 17 days. And so I do encourage you to take notes, but I am reminding you that this isn't a cumulative process. Rather, we truly are here to experience, to play, to allow the silence and also different activities that we'll be doing to allow us to find our own way, those experiences that really might be our heart, our gold, as we start our beautiful days and live our beautiful lives. So I'm going to dive into today, which is the focus of silence. And I'm going to ask us all to consider a new swimming stroke. So consider what swimming stroke you might have created if you weren't already conditioned, taught freestyle, breaststroke, etc., but just given the freedom to enjoy the depths, the water. So again, we do have 15 more days of amazing specific techniques and tools, and we'll be playing. But today, we're just going to get silent and pay attention to our natural way in the deep. So let go of what you think you know. Let go of everything right now, including meditation techniques, spiritual ideas, good intentions, everything. And rather today, let's just experience. So, right now, for 7 minutes, we're just going to together in this love, in this connection, in this highest good. We are just going to have 7 minutes of silence. Feel free to take notes. It's not a prerequisite, but let's experience our own way in silence for the next 7 minutes. You'll hear my voice after that. So feel free to stay in whatever beautiful, inwardly connected experience you're in, as we do take a moment just to consider a few things for ourselves. And you don't need to share this with anyone, but really give yourself permission to be curious and to be honest. What are you aware of in this moment? And was that easy or not? Just any awareness that you have. What are you aware of? And was that easy or not? I'm just going to take a minute just for us to all receive our awareness. And last question that we'll just spend another small moment on is, what are three things that work for you in that silence? Um, you can start with the easy ones, breathing. Uh, but are you able to really be aware of what works for you? What supports you? What's true for you in that silence? You've got the rest of your life to really open to all of this, but we'll have a few moments together to just be aware. Alrighty. So moving on. So in silence, it is my experience that over time we inevitably lift into love. That's who we are. If we do dive in deeply to silence, that is where we will end up by experience, I believe. And I do believe that there is a highest good, a love, a God that runs through everything. And that is what I'm here to experience in my morning practice. And oh my Lord, silence is perhaps one of the key things to help me unravel all that that's not. So this program over the next few days is going to really hold your hand and support you with some beautiful things. How do we ask for the highest good? How do we evoke that love? Maybe some chanting, some mantras, some light visualization. And in the sharing, if you're watching this live, in the sharing afterwards, we will have the opportunity to share our awarenesses, our insights, perhaps inspire each other with what works for us. And I did want to really shout out very clearly, I have a meditation teacher. I've been working with that organization, with him, for 22 years now, and that practice is invaluable. I don't believe I would have any of this without that. So I can't recommend my meditation and spiritual teacher, MSIA. MSIA.org is where you will find support from them. I also love the teachings of Ram Dass, Eckhart, Pema Chodron, and please do pop in any recommendations that you have in the chat or in the page for the program that we're going through. And then almost finally, I do want to really pop it on the table very clearly. Silence can be hard. Silence is hard for my human. Moments of silence or meditation can be hard because we often become more aware of what's going on within us, our fears, our feelings, our resistance, our judgment, our negative self talk. And if you're human, you have all of those. It's not because you're broken, you have those. If you're human, you have all of those. And so when we're not distracting ourselves with the outside world and we're just in our inner world, we do become more aware of them. So also in later days, we will be exploring how to release and clear these beautiful human challenges that are all here so that we might learn more fully love and compassion and that love that we are, that God, that healer that we are, by embracing and receiving our human and the wonderful, challenging things that our human does. So look forward to that. And then finally, for today, I will just say trust your timing. I started meditating when I was 18. It was a very drug addiction, not dealing well with the death of my mother. Without meditation, I do know for a fact that I would not be here today. I was spiraling into some very dark times, and it was my meditation that pulled me out of that. So, so grateful. And even though that was so powerful, I still couldn't say that I was consistently meditating for 15 years. And then probably another 10 years before I really started to enjoy and be pulled into my meditation. So I can't say this enough. Trust your timing. It's not uh, off track. It's exactly perfect the way that it is. And relax, allow it. There is no rush. You've got a long, beautiful life. There is no rush. Perhaps if we truly were compassionate and patient, maybe that's the key for us right now.